All right, today I'm going to be talking about taking 100% responsibility for your life. A lot of the stuff is going to come from this book, The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Jack, the founder of Exceptional Undergrads. And my mission with Exceptional Undergrads is to find and share key information to help young adults navigate their path to success confidently. Videos like this are going to give you guys an inside look into my journey, finding the key insights from books and podcasts that will eventually lay the foundation for future exceptional undergrads courses and coaching. All right, let's dive right into this. I'm an undergrad. I'm about to be a senior in college, so I know that it doesn't have to be anything perfect. And if anything, it's going to be more authentic and relatable to you guys if I just kind of dive into some of the highlights that I have and not really try and fake any of this stuff. So let's dive right in. First thing that Jack Canfield says in this book, take 100% responsibility for your life. What does that even mean? Well, very simply, it means that you have to understand that you are the cause of all of the experiences. There's this myth that we have in American culture here that says that we're entitled to a great life, that somehow, somewhere, someone, certainly not us, is responsible for filling our lives with continual happiness, exciting career options, nurturing family time, and blissful personal relationships simply because we exist. Okay, so the real truth, Canfield says, and the one that the entire book is based off of, is that there is only one person responsible for the quality of life that you live, and that is yourself. This is a truth that I got absolutely smacked in the face with my freshman year of college. I had just moved from Texas all the way over to North Carolina to attend High Point University. Absolutely love it over there. But at first, man, I was so confused. I was so lost. I had zero direction in my life, and I had no idea that I had to be the one to actually do the stuff. It sounds really stupid, right? But we're what, 18 years old going off to college? And you really just don't understand what you're doing and the fact that you actually have to be the one to do it. You're the one who has to show up to the classes now. You have to show up to your classes. You have to be good at time management. You can't just sit around like I was doing all the time and just playing video games. Sitting there in my dorm room, not meeting anybody else, not doing any sort of good habits, and really at the end of the day, just not becoming a better person. And I think the biggest thing that I've really had to learn and I've kind of experienced is just the fact that you have to be the one who has to do it, and there's no way around that. So let's think a little bit more back into some of the stuff that we have here. So one of the things that Canefield really talks about in this book is the need to give up all of your excuses. A quote from George Washington Carver in the book over here says 99% of all failures come from people who have a habit of making excuses. So let's think about some of the random excuses that I've came up with. Um, I missed class because I went out the night before. Okay, I didn't study for the test. And I ended up doing bad. So just coming up with random excuses all the time. I mean, at the end of the day, like excuses don't help you. There's the quote. It's like excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one. If you just give up your excuses, then it just streamlines you to the fact of what you actually need to do. It's like from this other book that I read. I don't have it with me exactly right now, but it is The 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker. He says one of the principles is focusing on what is, not what if. So by focusing on what if, it's you making up random excuses for the stuff. It's like, I can't start this business because what if this happens? I can't go and ask this girl out because what if this happens? Just random stuff like that. By making up random excuses, you're letting other people control you, letting random thoughts control you. And I mean, that's not very productive for you becoming successful. All right, so one of the things that Jack Canfield actually says in this book is the equation that he uses, which is E plus R equals O. Hopefully, y'all can see that. If not, I might flash something up there. And he says that the basic idea is that every outcome that you experience in life, whether it's a success or failure, is the result of how you responded to an earlier event or events in your life. So he says that if you don't like the outcomes that you're getting, you can do one of two things. You can blame the event for your lack of results. He says, in other words, you could blame the economy, weather, lack of money, etc., for all the stuff that's going on. So, example, if you're a golfer, he says you could probably even blame your clubs or the course that you played on for the score that you shot. Just random stuff. You could blame the teacher for not teaching you for the reason why you did bad on the test when you could have studied. Okay, so you could either do that, or you can actually just change your responses to the events. An example, the way that things are until you get the outcomes that you want. Canfield says that you can change your thinking, communication, change the pictures you hold in your head or the images of yourself in the world You can change the behavior of the things that you do. He says, if you don't like your outcomes, you need to change your responses. That's the better choice because it puts the things in your own hands. It makes them a choice for you. And whenever you can control stuff, you can control your outlook. You're able to change and hold things into a higher regard for yourself. Helps you become successful, makes the path easier because you aren't basically focusing on the negative things all the time. So let's just take a look at some of the examples that he uses actually in this book real quick. So we're going to take you through event, response, outcome. So the first thing, this is the exact same event for both of the things. You get a $400 bonus. So there's different ways that you can respond. The first way that they say to respond is you spend it all on a night out on the town with all your friends. So the outcome of that, now you're going to be broke. Instead, what you could do is you could invest this into a mutual fund, and the outcome of that would be that you increased your net worth and you're actually not broke. So there's one of the two things that you could do. Another thing that he says is that you need to give up blaming and complaining, and once you give that up, then you're able to just focus on what is. It actually really goes back, I've noticed, to the book that I was telling you about, The 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker, and stop focusing on what if and start focusing on what is. I think the big thing is just understanding that you choose the responses to the events. We feel like this stuff is unconscious, but once we understand that the stuff is actually conscious, you're able to choose the different things. I can realize that I chose to, say, drink water instead of drinking coffee. I think you guys understand the point of stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Honestly, I mean, this is just a quick little video for you guys, just detailing some of the stuff that I've learned. It's nothing too crazy. I'll link the book, The Success Principles, in the description, and I'll link the 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker in the description as well. As I continue to learn more stuff, I'm just going to share the stuff with you because that's what I want to do. Find and share the key information. It's going to help it be easier for you guys to achieve success. So I will see y'all later.